Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I'm going to talk about motivation in teaching and learning. So for people doing business, they always talk about location. So to them location is very important. That's why when people talk about business, they say location, location, location. They repeat it many times. That's how location will affect business. And of course they will think that when they have their business premise at a place where there are many people and probably the shop is near a busy street, and at the same time there are plenty of parking spaces in that area, and then it's considered as a good location. But for learning, we are going to talk about motivation, and it's very important. So same thing as business just now. People say location, location, location. For learning, we have to mention and repeat this motivation, motivation, motivation many times, because motivation is very important for the purpose of learning. And before we go further, let's look at the definition for motivation. So we can find motivation as the desire to achieve a particular goal that we set, and at the same time we need, through motivation, the energy towards achieving that particular goal. And other people probably will define motivation slightly different. But from time to time, if you look at the definition of motivation, most of them we can narrow to about the same meaning. So some other meanings on motivation is probably some people will say that is to move something, and another people will say that to get something or someone moving, and another person might define motivation as a reason for behaving in a particular way. Either people through motivation can start doing something which is good, and sometimes if you talk about goodness, we also look at motivation to stop people from doing something bad. And for the theories on motivation, there are a few theories that we are going to discuss today. The first one, we call it instinct theory, where in this theory we relate motivation as the push through natural behavior. Somebody is motivated because of his just natural. No? For example, we will tend to eat when we feel hungry, so that's natural. And also, if we are thirsty, then we go for a drink. So that's quite natural as well. So eating, drinking, and a few other things, they are considered as a quite natural thing for us to do. The second theory is the drive reduction theory. So when we talk about reduction, when we attain something, when we have something, then that's going to reduce the drive. For example, if you are hungry, then after eating the food for our lunch, that what we call that lunch or what we have eaten is going to reduce the drive towards the desire for eating or desire for getting the food. And the third theory is the arousal theory. This is to do with people doing something because they are excited about doing something which is considered good to them, and also probably when they do this thing, they got a feeling, good feeling. They are quite happy to do such things. That is related to arousal theory, and another theory is the incentive theory. So in this case, sometimes we are motivated to do something. For example, to eat, even though we have eaten an hour ago and we are not that hungry. But when we smell something from the kitchen or from the restaurant, then that smell will lure us to go for another plate of rice, for example.